your boy ObZ here. They turn that down. You know what time it is? Today is Tuesday. One Thing Tuesdays. So I'm in my daughter's car today, so this video gonna be just a little bit on the different side. You know, I ain't driving or nothing like that. But what I wanted to do is recap that one thing. Now here's the deal with the Do It to Life, right? Do It to Life means to do what you know how to do well in one area of your life. Take those skills and attitudes and do it to another area of your life. That's it. Transplanting. Now, we do it sometimes. We do it. But then in some of these new juggler issues, we can't make the connection that it's the same thing. It's nothing new. It's like riding a bike, like baking a cake. If I know how to bake a cake, if I'm good at it. Now that's gonna be the qualifier, if you're good at it. I'm not asking you to pick something that you wasn't good at and try to apply those things. I'm talking about the things that you are good at. If somebody say, hey, what you good at? I'm good at basketball. You sure? Yeah. Well, how'd you get so good? And then those are the things that we're gonna do to the new area of our life. So what I'm doing on One Thing Tuesdays is I'm recapping the One Thing podcast from yesterday from the One Thing book. Now yesterday, Jeff was being interviewed by another guy. I don't know what that guy's name was, but he was being interviewed by this guy for his podcast, and I think it's something about marketing or something like that. I said I was going to look that up, so that's what I do. I look that up, so it's something about marketing. So he was interviewing him, and he was asking him about living that one thing, you know, focusing how did it change his life. For number one, the thing that I got out of it is that you come up with these 3 ideas as far as achieving a big goal for the year and working backwards, like reverse engineering. It's nothing new. It's just how this is this guy's recipe. So it's like it's not nothing new, you see what I'm saying? But it's his recipe. Cause my boy Jim Fannin, I heard it first from Jim Fannin, or did I? Or was it from Hansel and Gretel, leaving the breadcrumbs in the forest? See? And that's what it is. He say, hey, look, you go to the future, pick your goal and work backwards and leave yourself breadcrumbs backwards from the future. And then you start following those breadcrumbs forward. See, a lot of times people say, hey, I know I want to go to this direction, but let me start here and move forward. See, and Jim Fannin always said that the distance is really, instead of from A to B, is from B to A to B, just like that. And that's what this one thing is showing. You go to B first, follow it back to A, then you go back to B, and now you on purpose. That's the name of the game. So that was one of the things, but he said that out of those 3 choices, those 3 strategies, he said, as he talked, he said, I got strategy number 1, I'm gonna knock this out. Then I got strategy number 2, I'm gonna do that. He said, hold on, wait a minute. What you say about strategy 1 again? He said he did that about 2 or 3 times. He said, let me just ask you, strategy 3, do you need to do strategy 3 before? Does strategy 2 depends on you doing strategy 3 first? He said, no, I need to do strategy 2 first. He said, okay, strategy 2 first. He said, but let me ask you, let me turn this around some kind of way, man. I'm trying to get this thing right. Let's get this thing right. Okay, we getting it. He say strategy 2 or strategy 1. Do you need to do strategy 2 before you do strategy 1? Is strategy 1 depending on you doing strategy 2 first? He say, no. I got to do strategy 1 first. Strategy 1 is the first one. So he said, if that's the case, then let's stay on strategy 1. Forget about strategy. Matter of fact, take that and tell him Taz's business plan in half, literally. Take those other strategies, tear them off, throw them over there. Until you do strategy 1 at a high level, to the point to where you say, hey, look, strategy 1 is mastered. Then you go to strategy 2. See, I was treating it like, okay, I got these 3 strategies and I got to do all 3 strategies. He said people look at that and they look at it as balance, meaning that I'm going to move strategy 1 a little bit, move strategy 2, move strategy 3. Then I'm going to come back, move strategy 1, move strategy 2, move strategy 3. Then I'm going to come back. He said, no, man, that's crazy. He said, you take strategy 1 and you run it all the way out to completion almost. You run it to a high level to where strategy 1, I guess strategy 1 is now a habit. You've mastered strategy 1. And since I mastered strategy 1, boom, now let's implement strategy 2 and master that one before going to strategy 3. See, I hadn't been doing that. I had been completing strategy 1. I've been trying to inch it along. Here go my 3 strategies. I want to increase sales, double sales by the end of the year. That was my goal. And I identified the top strategies, which is not new if you're in sales. The top strategy is going to be lead generation. That's following up with active leads. Number 2 is a purified file. And then number 3 was, what was number 3? Because I kind of forgot number 3. Or was it calling active lead generations, calling those active leads and purifying my file? I think it was in that order. It was 3 of them in that order. And I've been trying to purify my file a little bit. I've been doing it per day. You know, call my active leads early. Supposed to be doing at least 5 of those a day. Wow, I like that. 5 of those a day. And then going from there. Here, let's go ahead and do this. We got some merchandise coming in. So let's move this thing. Oh, that guy already out early. Shoot, I need to be down there. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna inch this over. All right, my man, to another little area over here. Let's inch this over to another little area. But you see, that's what I was doing, working on those strategies like that. And wasn't really supposed to be working on them like that. You see what I'm saying? I was supposed to be working on another way. Those strategies. But that was the name of the game. That's what I was trying to do, trying to put that thing together. Let's see if I can get, oh, I'm used to a backup camera, and I ain't got no backup camera in this thing. But I do know how to back up though. I'm not gonna be here. Wow, you got that pretty close. I'm not gonna be here that long. All right. So that's what he was talking about yesterday. And he was talking about these companies. All right, how about that? He's talking about these companies and what these companies was doing. I'm gonna get that back out there to the point. They say COVID had hit, and they say, man, what can we do? So the guy came. See, these guys, they forward-thinking guys, right? They looking straight up forward at this thing. He said, man, here's what we need to do. We need to come up with a plan for our clients, man. They providing value. They're providing serious value for the client. They say, okay, we see this is coming. A lot of our clients and stuff are gonna be on their heels, not knowing what to do. We need to come up with a solution to help them. He said, build a protective moat around our owner base, our client base. That's what we did here too. We did something like that too. Yeah, we sure did. And forward thinking and implemented that plan. He said, reach out to them and ask them, what are their pain points? What do they need help with? What are their focus on? What do they need to be doing? Then he said, hey, look, we don't know what to do, man. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to get this strategy going. He said, well, the first thing we're going to end up doing is how can we rebrand or retweak or pivot with the workforce. The accountability was different because people was working from home. Their plans that they had, if you can't go out sitting there asking the big questions right now. He say, look, if you got a outside sales force that's selling insurance and they got to go out in the field, now COVID-19 come in and they can't go out in the field, then what can they do? And that's where they sat down and came up with phone strategies and owner strategies. They came up with those, then implemented those strategies, and they had miraculous success. So that's what I'm working on. I'm staying in this focusing group, and then I'm working on my my one thing, getting my time block and knocking that first 20% out. First 20, man, that's one thing I heard. The first 20% of the week, knock that out. First 20% of the day, whatever it is, that first 20%, if you can smash that first 20%, your first fruits get smashed. The first 20% of the year, if I smash that out, would give me 80% of my results for that year. First 20% of the month, it's like the first 3 months. If I go ham the first 3 months, you see what I'm saying? The first 3 months of the year, if I just smash that out at a high level, it's going to make the next 80% of the year easier, and some of the other things I had planned unnecessary. Then he say, man, you do that to the week. You do that to the hour, the day. Every time the first 20% of it go hard with the right plan now. And that's why I think a lot of us struggle with is sitting down and digging deep to find that target, that right plan, that goal, and going from there. Well, man, it was a lot that went and unpacked on this thing. I'm going to spend the rest of this day in the focus and question area, because today is One Thing Tuesdays. So you know what I'm going to do, right? You know what I'm going to do. So what you going to do? Do it to it then, man. I'm going to do it to my life, man. Do it to yours. And do it to that like button. Do it to that subscribe. Do it to that share. And do it to your life. Do it to it.